Hey, Lucas here at Sports Advantage. Last week you saw some of the things that we did for dynamic warm-up, and this week we're going to show you what we do for our mobility purposes. So first we're going to have the athlete start off in a quadruped position. This one's called cat-cow. So he's going to arch up in his back, and as he arches up, head going to go down, making sure to get a nice stretch in that thoracic spine. And then as he goes down, he's going to cave his back in, arch his head up, and get a good stretch in there. Typically we go 5 reps for each way. Next we have hydrants. So what the athlete's going to do, he's going to kick his knee out to the side, making sure to keep a nice stable base in his hips, just going out as far as he can, limiting the motion in his hips, getting a good stretch there and activating that glute. Next we have the hip circle. So what he's going to do is he's going to kick back as far as he can, bring that knee nice big round circle forward, trying to open up that hip. Typically we do 10 reps on each side for this. Next we have thread the needle. So what we're going to do now is the athlete's going to reach up as high as he can. Eyes are always going to be on the hand, reaching up, and then as he comes through, he's going to try to touch that shoulder to the ground, opening up that spine, opening up that shoulder, getting a good stretch in there. Typically we do 10 sets or 10 reps on each side. When he finishes up, he's going to flip over on his back. The next one we have is a double leg bridge. So the athlete's going to have his heels fingertip length away. We're going to be pushing through the heels, bridging up, and getting a good squeeze in the glutes, activating those glutes in the posterior chain, hamstrings, lower back, things like that. Keeping that core tight at all times. 10 reps of this. And once he completes 10 reps, then we're going to grab one knee, pull it into the chest as far as we can, and bridge up on the single leg. So same thing, but now we're just isolating out one of the legs. Also working that opposite hip flexor. After you get 5 reps on that, both legs are going to go straight. Both toes are going to point to the ceiling. We're going to do 10 straight leg raises. The big thing here is as the athlete raises his foot, we're going to make sure that he doesn't touch the ground on the way down. Getting a good stretch there in the hamstring. When he's done, we're going to do what we call black burns. He's going to roll over on his stomach. Feet are going to remain on the ground. Chin's going to be tucked. And we have 4 positions that we do here. We have an I, a Y, a T, and a W. So these are just for stabilization of the shoulder joints. Making sure, going through a good range of motion here, holding, activating the shoulder, making sure that we can keep healthy shoulders throughout the lift. So we have I, this is a Y. Thumbs are always leading the movement, going to a T, squeezing those shoulder blades together as tight as we can, and then a W. Once we complete that, we have 10 Supermans. Just making sure we squeeze the butt, squeeze the hamstring, squeeze the lower back. Everything's working as one. Nice, slow, and controlled. Then we have 10 push-ups. Making sure that we coach full range of motion, going all the way up and all the way down. Once those are completed, we have 10 Spider-Mans. So the athlete's going to reach a foot up, sink his hips down into the ground, open up those hips. You can even push out against that knee to get a little bit better of a stretch. And he'll do 5 on each side. And then the last one that we have is a rocking split. So what he's going to do is he's going to rock back, and he's going to use that momentum as he rocks forward to spread his legs and reach a little bit further every time. It's ballistic in nature, so we're going to get a nice, good hamstring stretch out of this. Using that momentum to try to get a little bit further each time. And that about sums up our mobility.